Okay, we're rapping earlier today, so let's
Rap.
No, you're not involved.
Oh.
We're about to shoot. Let's make this a hoot. If you don't do this well, I give you the boot. Crisscross, make it pop. TikTok, make it lock. We're up here. That's what's up.
Okay. That one says I think the most shocking thing for me is finding out that like one of the most the top 2 or top 3 reasons why a lot of Nigerian restaurants don't survive is theft.
Welcome to the Wave Podcast by Flutter Wave. In my opinion, the most down-to-earth podcast out there right now. We're going past the products and the tech to meet the people behind them. They're unfiltered, funny, free, exciting, and happy to be themselves and spar ideas. We make you feel like you're meeting them for the first time. I'm your host, Timi Anako. Let's ride the wave. Today we have a very special episode here with me in the studio. You may know him from, everywhere.
Or not.
Or not. Okay, well, maybe not front facing, but if you are online, you would have seen his work somewhere. Whether you're trying to book a hotel room or maybe pay for something with your card, he has that presence. We have Ted Oladele here in the studio. He's okay. Cool. Nice one. He's the CEO and co-founder of Mira, now acquired by Chowdeck, right?
Yeah.
Head of product at Chowdeck. He was the former VP of Design and Innovation at Flutterwave, and he's also the product lead at Archiving. We were corrected by that with Fuad in our last episode.
Yeah.
Ted, welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
How you feeling?
I feel at home.
Okay.
So
Wow. Okay.
That's good.
That's good. I like that you said you feel at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it back somewhere
Okay.
in the course of our conversation because I'm deep. So I like to connect stuff here and there. But before we start, I'm going to ask you a couple questions just to get your vibe, let the audience know how you're feeling. Right. Okay. My first question. Are you into music?
A lot, yeah.
Okay. Who's your big 3 right now?
Oh shit, man. Locally.
No, just give me your big 3.
Okay, I have to be politically correct.
No, you don't have to. This is not that type of show.
Rihanna,
Okay, solid pool.
Beyonce.
No, you're doing it. This is him being politically correct.
Beyonce and Kendrick.
Kendrick, Beyonce, and Rihanna. Okay, let's do local.
Rema,
Okay. New gen.
Aria,
Ahera, new gen.
Ashake.
Okay, solid pool.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you another question. You're a designer? You said you're not a designer, but okay. By
Controversial.
profession, you're a designer,
Yeah.
right? So I'll ask, one, what existing design product do you wish you had thought of first? Maybe you saw something somewhere by a Nike or Adidas. I'm only naming the sports brands. Maybe Apple. And you said, okay, I wish I thought of that.
Apple Watch. Yeah, Apple Watch.
Why though?
It's just a part of like everyday life for like millions of people, and I think it will continue to be. The cheaper it becomes,
Okay.
it will just be entry level, like watch for people as against maybe the likes of G-Shock or whatever. Will just get an Apple Watch, and then when you have some money, you can start flexing your muscles with like maybe traditional watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pateks and the likes. Yeah.
Traditional Patek. Patek is extra.
It's traditional now.
Okay.
It doesn't get more traditional than that.
Fair enough. Finally, I'll ask you, what makes you optimistic? Or what's making you optimistic right now?
So I was thinking about that question coming here, and I just think it's like problem no dey finish, right? Which
Yeah.
is there's going to always be something to think about or solve.
So that's what makes you optimistic, that there will always be an opportunity, because problem is, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's this saying, I don't know where it is, and I'm not going to be politically correct, but somewhere in Asia,
Yeah.
it said that the symbol for problem is also the symbol for opportunity. And also looking at life like that, it's kind of deep, isn't it? That
No,
if you,
it's normal now.
How is that normal?
Okay, let me try and explain. I'm looking for like the most basic example, right? Say driving down here,
Okay.
and just like observing your surroundings, right? In your subconscious, you are identifying problems, especially if you're in Nigeria. It could be this road is bad,
Yeah.
or there's traffic, or police, right? There are potential opportunities in that. It could be something as basic as how to just let people know, that there's some police.
On the road somewhere.
Yeah, like, oh, if you drive a Benz, don't pass here.
Don't pass here,
I'm
okay.
looking for you. It's just in the most like mundane things, right? It could be there are no coffee shops around here, right? What can I do potentially, or something like that? Yeah.
Okay.
Could be anything. Could be like phone cases, laptop cases. I don't know. Yeah.
That makes sense. Coming from like an empathic kind of point of view.
But it's always about that now. Like,
Yeah.
even if you are trying to solve a problem purely for like money, to actually get to the point where it makes you money, you have to be empathetic about the solution to the problem that you are solving. Yeah, like you can argue that Dangote is doing all he's doing from a place of like pure capitalism, but he's pitching it as empathy now. Like,
Yeah.
I want Nigerians to have
Basic thing.
cheap fuel,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Yeah,
That makes
you have
sense.
to sell it from that point of view, anyways.
Yeah. That makes sense. And from what your answer now, you've just gotten into like the theme of the episode.
Oh,
Right? So like you said, innovation is more about Ted looks at innovation from an empathic point of view. Everyday life, things that cause friction to people, right? You just look, okay, maybe this can be better. Then you apply it to what you're doing, whether you're building a product or you're just designing something, and then making it fit the culture,
yeah.
right? Like you said about the whole Nigeria police thing, and then, just ease friction for people, and then eventually scaling it to the next level. That's tough.
No. It's just for me, Sha. It's just like normal. It's just like,
For you, it's normal.
I think for everybody, it is normal.
Okay.
So this podcast exists because you're trying to do something. Is that not normal for you?
I guess.
Yeah, like this conversation is very natural, right? So it could be talent. You're just very good with making people comfortable, right?
For me?
Yes,
Okay, good.
it's a compliment.
Thank you. I'll take it.
But it comes naturally.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's just it. Like problem solving is also like a natural like thing. But I don't think it's even about being a designer or a product person. It's just like generally.
Just like how you view life.
You're hungry, you want to eat. Is that not a
That's
solution to a problem?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ordering from, say, Chowdeck.
That too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at design as a cultural bridge.
Yeah.
Right? You spent some time here, Flutterwave. You're the VP of Design and Innovation here. How did your design leadership from here, influence or inform the way you look at products or the way you look at systems? You went on to build something else living here. How did your experience here shape like how you take building products and like the design going into your new ventures?
New ventures. So like Mira and
Yes.
maybe Chowdeck. Design. Interesting. Chowdeck is still a work in progress. I think for Mira it was curiosity first. I guess before empathy, right? It was just curiosity. It's like going to a restaurant, scanning a QR code, which is how like Mira started. Scanning a QR code and then it's a PDF. And PDFs, unless like intentionally optimized, they're like large, right? Which means it takes a while for you to load up.
Okay.
And then when it does, the PDF isn't designed for a mobile phone, so you have to zoom in. Like I'm sure we've all like experienced it. You have to zoom in
And check the
it just
right.
takes away from the experience. It just makes it a bit frustrating. And because that's what like most people are used to, the logic is, oh, I don't like digital menus, or I don't like QR code menus. Like if you ask the average person, they'll just tell you, I don't like it. Right?
Yeah.
So in the UK, I went to like dinner or lunch with a friend, and we walked into the restaurant. They had like an outdoor space, so I went straight for the outdoor space. We sat down. We saw a QR code. Same reaction, like QR, no problem. I scanned, and then it was digital.
Digitally.
It had pictures of the food. It had like allergy information, price of the food, and stuff like that. And then I could place my order from there. I did, but even though I did, I was like looking out for a waiter because I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Right.
I didn't see a waiter until the waiter was bringing like our drinks first, and was like what we ordered, and then the food came later, and then they basically told us that like when we are ready, we should just pay, and then we can go.
Pay on the system.
Yeah, and then we paid Apple Pay, and then that was it. I was so confused, but I was also delighted because the first like moment of delight was opening up that menu, and it was just pleasant. Right? But that was the spark. I was like, oh shit, there's nothing wrong with QR code menus. It's just what we've been like exposed
to, the way it's been.
Yeah, and that was kind of like where we started from. Brought that back to like Lagos, spoke to a couple of restaurants, did a demo to them, and then they liked it. Their customers ended up liking it more than,
the regular.
Yeah,
digital.
But that was because it was presenting another problem for them.
Okay.
So you scan the QR code, you place the order. They are supposed to be able to like just take the order from the back end, right? But then when they do, they still have to manually punch it into whatever system that they have. That's if they even have a system at all. So that was creating one extra layer of work for like this stuff.
Right.
So for them, it was like, yeah, our customers like it, but like for us,
it's hard.
And that's where empathy, I guess, then kicked in, which is, oh, okay, so what can we do to make the experience pleasant for like
everybody involved?
Yeah. And Mira, in its current form, I guess, came about.
That's a good origin story.
Yes, and it's real. It's not fake. It's not like Superman.
It reminds me of, do you watch vlogs? Do you watch some vlogs?
Yes.
Okay. There was one time I think Davido was doing something.
Who?
Davido.
Okay.
Was doing something, I think, around the release of his last album. Can't remember the name. And he was... No,
Five?
before 5.
Okay.
Can't remember the name.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay. So, I think they were just going through his life, and there was something that stuck with me. And someone who was in there was like, sometimes you have to... Like, it's a blessing or an opportunity to go outside and experience some other things and take things from other cultures and then see how, like, you could fit it into life and make it easier for people that you know where you come from. And, you just explained that in your story. Yeah.
So I guess you could say my empathy story was like, oh, Nigerians deserve better.
No, they don't. We do. I said they. Nigerian. We do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where the bridging came from, right? So in designing, right, what does the process look like, right? Because Mira operates, I think it's more restaurant focused, right? But is there a fintech side attached to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah. For payments, basically. And when you're building within fintech, fintech is crazy fast. Today something is popping here, the next couple of weeks is obsolete, right? So how does honing like the design process actually look like in fintech?
I think it's first being responsible. Like you have to be a responsible person.
Compliant.
Yeah, because like you said, in fintech it's crazy. But the reason why it's crazy is it's money, and you're dealing with like just sensitive stuff. So imagine somebody is trying to send, okay, you're trying to send 50K, right? But you mistakenly typed 5 million, and it happens. It does happen a lot. And that confusion could be because, let's say, most Nigerians or people are not used to having like decimals behind like currencies.
Okay.
So you're trying to send 50,000 and it's like 505,000 point.
Yeah, starting from the end.
zero.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly, right. And that person is just like trying to take a mental note of, oh, don't worry, that last 2 zeros is a decimal point, right? Or 2 decimal points. And they just mistakenly just add more zeros than possible. If you are not clear enough, right, they will go ahead and hit send.
Yeah.
And if they do have 5 million naira in their accounts, it then triggers a lot more like effects in the back end, which is, I want a refund, or
how am I gonna get my
potentially
money
that person
back?
has moved the money and stuff like that. So like, I think for design, first of all, in terms of fintech, is just being responsible.
Okay.
Right, which is, how do we make sure like people don't make these mistakes, right? So the notion of adding like a confirmation, which is you've put in 5 million and then the person hits send, but instead of just asking for PIN immediately, you're saying, are you sure you want to send 5 million naira? Do you get
right?
That could save the customer in that scenario. So I think first of all, it's just learning that like you have to be like very, 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 very responsible first, and not just trying to just build like beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time you led a session at our Accelerate workshop, and this was earlier this year.
Yes. Damn.
The year has flown by.
Damn.
Yeah. And then you were in the session. I remember you said that that even though you want beauty in your work, if people can't use it, it's gonna be rubbish.
Yeah.
And so that ties into like responsibility, making things look good, but also keeping the customer or thinking in line with the end user that, okay, it looks good, but is it gonna confuse this person? If I press this, why is it leading me back here? Why is it doing this way? So so responsibility is your first thing, right? So what else do you look for in honing that process?
Curiosity.
Okay.
But that curiosity, I don't even think it's something that can be taught. It's just something you need to have, or like just build, which is being curious. How much better can this get, right?
Okay.
Oh, this works, right? People are sending money, you are processing billions. But does that mean it cannot be better, right? So it's just that entire like curiosity. There was BlackBerry before there was the iPhone, right? Curiosity led to the production of like the Apple Watch, right? Or just like the incremental improvements of everything that we use around us today, right? Like this studio looking this beautiful.
Okay.
It's all about like curiosity. It's like, can we have a better space? Can we have a better office? Can we have better roads? Can we wear better clothes, better jewelry, whatever it is? Like, I'm trying to remember a saying about curiosity, but it's not coming. But like, it's curiosity. Like, can this actually be better than it currently is? And if you are the kind of person that like is very curious, you find yourself iterating a lot, which means you've done V1, right? You are going to do V2, V3, whatever, before you then settle on like something. So yeah, curiosity. So responsibility, curiosity, and like talent.
Were you always curious growing up, or is this something
yes, no. I can't even. I was always taking like television apart. Well, not apart, but like when it like gets broken, I try to fix it.
The TV.
But I end up like probably messing it up a lot more, or like taking it apart and not being able to bring it back together completely, or forgetting one. Yeah. So I think it's always been there.
Okay.
And I think curiosity is also how I even got into like tech.
Okay.
In the first place. So growing up, I don't know how many people would remember, but like
we had throwback.
We had BBN. Is it BBN? What's it called? What's that BlackBerry messenger?
BBM.
It's BBM.
Yeah.
There was BBM, and then there was To Go, right?
Yeah.
Did you use To Go?
No.
Why?
I thought it was too cool for Tugo. That's the realest answer I can give you. It didn't make
So you were
sense to
using
me.
BBM.
I don't even think.
So how were you like texting?
Probably WhatsApp.
What was there WhatsApp then? What do you mean WhatsApp?
Probably just WhatsApp.
How are you texting babes? This guy, you don't like. I think you heard of To Go later.
Bro, no, let me tell you something.
Were you around that era?
No, definitely. I know about all the levels and the everything. But to me, it just didn't make sense. Like, are we playing a game? Why
Yes,
do I have to
that's
text
the point.
100
But-
people for me to get from red to green or something?
But anyways, I was so curious about like how all of that worked.
Yeah.
But I think the icing on the cake or the breaking point or the tipping point for me was like Facebook. Right? It was just Facebook, the messenger, like lousy features like being able to poke somebody. I was just curious about like how all of that was being like made. So I just started doing, I guess now I know it was research, but then I was just Googling stuff.
Yeah.
How to build Facebook, how to do this, how to do that. And then it led me into like HTML, CSS, yada yada yada, and that's how I got into it. So curiosity, yeah.
Yeah. I think you were saying curiosity having to be an innate part of like doing design.
Yes.
Yeah, because I can't imagine growing up and seeing Facebook and thinking, oh, I want to build Facebook.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Who to follow?
How to be the next LeBron, actually.
I didn't even see basketball courts growing up, Seth.
Oh.
Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a football person? More like
Yes,
more
yes,
that.
yes,
Okay. Fizz. Okay, let's move on. Let's get into Mira. Right? First question is, what was the why at the core of Mira's vision?
Interesting. I think I even had the idea for Mira when I was at Flutterwave.
Okay.
Just from like a different, I guess, perspective. I think while I was at Flutterwave, it was like, what more can we do, right? So we did Flutterwave Store, which helped bring businesses online. It's like, what's the other side of that, which is people can also operate offline, right? What can we offer? What can we offer them? But it didn't make sense for us to do at Flutterwave at that point in time, right? But like I all but forgot about it anyways. So Mira wasn't supposed to be like a point of sale or restaurant management system. Remember from the beginning, it was just QR. And for me, it was just supposed to be like a simple project, like just build the QR stuff, let people be able to scan, order, and then pay. Simple as ABC. But that was like a lot of assumption, right? That we made, which is, because QR code exists at restaurants, if you can just make it better, it will scale. But it didn't, because the businesses decide what the customers would actually use. And for the businesses, that wasn't the friction. And like when you're thinking about restaurants, a lot of them want to keep the interaction between the waiters and their customers.
Okay.
The QR code is removing that to some level, right? So they weren't really feeling it. But like the problem that we found was a lot of restaurants, even some of your faves, don't have like a restaurant management system. It's pen and paper. Which means a waiter, no, they are my customers. Like a waiter will come to you and actually,
take down your order, traditional.
But that's kind of how they get it to the kitchen as well. So it goes straight to the kitchen, which is, like, please make this order, and then when it's ready, let me know. So they had no system. But the way we found out that they had no system was, remember how I described earlier, when a customer places their order through the QR, right? It needs to get to the back. We wanted to solve that like restaurant staff problem where they had to do extra work. It made sense to just integrate whatever system they were using. And that's how we realized that like most restaurants don't use a system. And for those that do use systems, it had like no online capability and it was like old. So imagine using Windows 98 in 2025.
Okay.
That's a very good picture I can paint for how that was happening. So we spoke to one restaurant, I think our very first one as well, Coffee and Co. And It's okay to name them, right? Okay.
If it's fine by you.
Coffee and Co. And they had like an event coming up. They had no POS system, but they were already using the QR. And for them, they were like, "Oh, we're going to have like a lot of like people coming in. Not all of them want to dine in. They just want to go to the counter, order their coffee and then just bounce." Imagine asking them to scan a QR code at the counter. So they were like, "Oh, can you just do something for us to be able to like do that selection ourselves?" And what they were describing really was a point of sale or a restaurant management system. So we did that. It worked. They loved it. They basically said, "This is the product. They will pay for this," because the QR was free because we're making money on like the payments. They're like, they will pay for this if we can improve it. And that was pretty much how we started.
Right. So the behavioral shift stemmed from like, everything needing to be fast paced or, like fitting the context of whatever the restaurant wants.
Context.
Okay.
Yeah. Context. Restaurants are fast paced by default, right? Okay. So it was more about like efficiency as well. Not getting orders wrong and like many other factors like that. Yeah.
I was gonna ask the most shocking thing that you had learned when you when you started working with restaurants, and then you kind of answered that when you said these guys, most of them don't have like
that didn't shock me, to be honest, because it's Nigeria. Right. It's Nigeria, but I think the most shocking thing for me is finding out that like one of the most the top 2 or top 3 reasons why a lot of Nigerian restaurants don't survive is theft. It's like I was shocked by how easy it is to actually steal at the restaurant.
Wow.
Yep. Which is why we then added like the fintech part of it to it, that was how we could
to make it secure,
kind of like reduce theft. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's why it's also how like a lot of them die. Clubs as well. It's just a lot of theft. Do you want to go into it?
Theft or clubs?
How about both?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Let's start with clubs though.
You walk into a club.
Okay.
They give you a table. And they're like, "What do you want to order?" They give you the menu. Give me Mattel. Give me whatever it is, Casamigos or Heineken. Right? I had to put Heineken there.
Heineken is a deep pool.
So you don't get the wrong idea. And that's all you see. But they bring the Heineken and all the other drinks, to you. You are ready to pay. You are just asking for an account number. Again, you're tipsy, probably drunk. You just want an account number. They give you an account number to actually pay to. That's not the account number of the That's not the account number of the business, right? But for that to actually happen efficiently, here's what they do. Say Wendy and her group are the first set of people to come in there, and then Ted and his group are the second set of people to come in there. Wendy's table buys Casamigos, Ciroc, whatever it is, right? And the total bill is like 2 million naira, right?
Cool.
They would actually print that bill, but they'll print it 5 times.
Oh.
They will bring the first one, to the first group, and you pay. You pay to the business, right? Now, somebody else comes, like the next group comes.
Ted's group.
They are not going to ask Ted's group what Ted's group wants to drink. They'll just tell you, "Oh, like, let's bring Mattel for you. Let's bring this for you. Let's bring that for you."
Oh.
They will make sure, again, you don't
bill.
know what's happening. They're just giving you incredible service.
Yeah.
So that bill that has been duplicated is what they will then give to you.
Okay.
And whatever you're paying, right, goes to their own personal accounts, right? Some go as far as bringing in their own payment terminals as well.
Wow.
Right. But that's not all. Now, the most advanced one, but it's also the most common, is they don't want to actually steal inventory from the clubs. So they bring in their own drinks that are fake most of the time, which is where the old fake drinks at clubs really, come from. Some clubs sell fake drink, but whatever. But that's like where it really comes from. They bring in their own drinks and they're selling their own drinks. So to the business owner, just looking at inventory, it's like, okay, nothing is missing. But I was at the club now. It was full. What do you mean we only sold 10 bottles? Very clean approach.
That's a deep
to stealing.
inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked, actually. Wendy's here, by the way. I said I was going to give her a shout out, but yeah, Wendy's
Shout out
here.
to Wendy,
Shout out, Wendy.
my former best friend.
Former.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into that?
No.
Okay. We'll keep that off the record.
Off the record. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask, still within the whole restaurant thing as well, the vision you had for building Mira, right? Your inspiration, seeing those things. Do you feel like you validated that when you built it within this context, Nigeria here? Or do you feel like there's still a deeper cultural friction that
Yeah.
you built the product to solve?
Yeah. There is. I like to always like approach anything I do with trying to be the best solution out there. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be the best designed or maybe the most functional. We just have to find something that could be a moat or a differentiator, right? And for Mira, all the tools that I saw were very ugly, right? Very ugly, very like it's just very bad.
One dimensional. Not good.
Yeah. And
great. Okay.
but here's the thing, people don't know that like there are better options, right? It's just trying to convince people who use Jira, right? I guess some people understand the reference. People who use Jira. So Jira is a product management tool. Yeah. It's like trying to convince them that there are better product management tools out there. It's like, what do you mean? We've used Jira. Like Jira is just what they're used to.
And it works, I guess. It works for them because that's what they've been introduced to. Yeah.
Yes. And it's just not knowing, essentially, that like there can be, a better way or better tools out there. So I really wanted Mira to be of like what I like to call just global standard or global quality in terms of like user experience and like what we are offering as well, right? Okay. I think what I didn't think about was if you're trying to build something that's as good as Square, for example,
right?
There's a reason why Square is priced the way it is priced. Well, there's the economic reasons, location, wherever it is they are. But like our mission really was to bring that same level of like tooling and experience to Nigerian businesses because they deserve. It's really difficult running a business in Nigeria. You deserve to have like good enough tools, right? Which is what we really, really double down on. So it's like our first couple of months was just like over investing really into that experience. So it becomes like a differentiating factor, which is when we present it to you and then tell you we are priced like this, it kind of makes sense, right? And I think of all the like local, point of sale, tools were probably the most expensive, right? But it's not about pricing. So the most expensive doesn't mean like it's too expensive for people to be able to afford. It's just priced higher than most people. But that's because of like the value of it in
quality.
Itself. Yeah, it's just like built with a lot of care, a lot of patience, a lot of like attention and collaboration, right? Like with customers and stuff like that. So like that's how we basically like ended up where we are at, which potentially is like primarily responsible for like the acquisition as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Simple economics.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the design philosophy at scale, right?
Jeez. Okay.
Do
you want to expand on that?
No, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. You mentioned the acquisition. So I'm thinking, did you always think that, I built this? Yeah.
Yes, no. That was the plan now. Honestly, that was the plan, right? Well, we didn't plan to be acquired this early. But like that was the plan. Because in a place like Nigeria or like an economy like Nigeria, right? You need incredible distribution, right? So we had always thought would be acquired by like a company that has like incredible distribution.
Okay.
Whether that's Flutterwave or Chowdeck or, any of the others. Yeah.
Right. So when you were building it, in your mind, you're like, okay, we know where we're heading. So let's just make it easy for. Is that how I'm asking? Is that how?
No. We're
Okay.
building for the customers,
Okay.
not building for like an acquisition.
No, I mean definitely from. That don't make trouble. Okay. What I'm saying is, yes, you build for customers, but the plan, like you said, was to get acquired and to fit a larger distribution network. So when you were putting the dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure everything is okay, in your mind somewhere, like, okay, is this something that you were like, you know what, when we get to that bridge where we are, where we would be a fit for someone who's our target, right? That is then when we would create or make it fit into their system, or it's already built to like sit on any system that.
Oh, I think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
No. We weren't considering any of that really. We were just like, we're just building, right? So like this whole thing about like knowing that we might get acquired or hoping that we might get acquired is just like a mental, just
like
a
a founder's dream.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You teach that, build something, sell it.
Is it?
I think so.
I mean, you don't have to sell now.
I mean, get acquired, like build something, sell it.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Like it's a good outcome.
It
but
is.
Like, it's not always the end goal, Sha.
No.
Yeah.
We've seen people still hold on to their stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you think people who are building should take from that approach as well?
Like, yes, if you want to be acquired, right? Like,
Yeah.
so there's this, it's no longer popular, but like I think years ago there's always like, oh, what's your exit strategy? Like if you're talking to like an investor, you're trying to raise money, you're like, oh, cool. So what's your exit strategy? People always talk about exit. It could be an IPO, it could be an acquisition, it could be just whatever, right? It's always good to have a mental note of what your exit might look like.
Right.
And the reason why it's good is so that like you can be prepared when the opportunity comes, or you can just be like very aware of your environment to be able to see when there might be a potential fit with a company. So the thing about like this whole acquisition thing is like there's a popular saying, companies aren't sold, they are bought, right? So you are not going to carry your company
to
and
sell it.
okay,
Right.
it's like, do you want to buy? Do you want to buy 10 naira, whatever it is?
Yeah.
Like you just have to be good enough, right, for another company to say, I want to spend a lot of money, basically to have this. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just like quality. Like there's this trap that I think Nigerian companies just fall into, which is, we are building for like a low. We're building for like an environment where most people aren't like exposed to better things, so there's no need for us to
Do too
better.
much.
But I think that like it's the wrong thing, because like if you look at all the significant like milestones that we've had like in the ecosystem, it's been with people that actually care and raise like just raise the bar, right? For stuff. And I think I remember back when I was at Flutterwave, that was one of our is it vision or missions on the design team, which is to be like a globally recognized design team. It sounds vain, but like if you want to be a globally recognized design team, it means you have to do incredible work to global standards, not to Nigerian standards.
Right.
And yeah, look where Flutterwave is today. So yeah.
I want to ask, do you think the context for where you're building, like now you built solve Nigerian issues, do you think that the market the nature of the market and the economy here should be what dictates whether, okay, this product, couple of years,
Yeah.
I'm going to build it,
Yeah.
but I don't want to keep holding on to it. do you think that it is one of the things that informs the decision of whether, you want your company to be acquired or you want to keep holding on to it?
I don't even think starting a company with the mentality that you don't want to hold on to it makes, like, I don't think it's a good mentality. I don't think it naturally would just be a thing. But, I want to do this thing, but I don't want to hold on to it. It's not a natural, like, occurrence for people who just want to build, because it's a very, like, big decision, like saying you want to go and start a company, right? Like, it's life disrupting. So, like, I don't think you would start off saying, I don't want to hold on to this. So unless you are maybe, unless you are not the CEO, perhaps. So maybe it's a co-founding team and you're not the CEO. So I guess maybe you can just have it at the back of your mind that you want to exit at some point in time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, post that, you're leading products are one of the fastest growing consumer platforms in Africa, Chowdeck. Chowdeck recently expanded to Ghana.
Yeah.
That's tough. How do you personally approach building the next phase of the company's story? As it depends on getting it right.
Chowdeck has gotten a lot right, by the way. So I think it's just a thing of just building on top of that, right?
Right.
But, like, Chowdeck is known at the moment for, like, just, mostly food and grocery delivery. But there's a lot that can happen. So Chowdeck has thousands of restaurants, for example, right? Imagine being able to then offer those restaurants more than, like, logistics. You are now able to offer them, like, inventory management, right? Potentially banking or whatever, right? It just gives you, like, leverage. Does that make sense? Which is, today we have thousands of businesses that we serve from a logistics point of view.
Right.
But we know that there are many other underlying problems that we can solve, right? And that's what we're going to go and do. And then just keep doing it and expanding into, like, wherever, like, the data or market takes us into. Yeah. So it could be food delivery, it could be grocery delivery, it could be, like, market runs, it could be anything. It could be just doing deliveries for, like, traditional companies. It's like, Chowdeck could deliver for Adidas. You buy something from Adidas and then Chowdeck delivers it to you, or you buy something from Amazon and then Chowdeck delivers it to you. It could be anything, right? But it's really, like, commerce, right? And when you think about it, logistics is kind of just as important as payments, because if you're buying something online, it has to get to you.
Right.
I don't think that's something people, just think about. It's like, I want to buy something, I have to pay. Fantastic. Now that you paid, what's next?
How's it getting to me?
Yes. Yeah. So there's a lot of opportunity yet to be uncovered here.
Yeah, and you have examples, right? Amazon, they start logistics, but it's something that it's a market that they took, and now Prime is crazy. They're doing so many other things.
A big part of their business is logistics. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm excited to see where that goes. What do you think, beyond this, what do you think your vision is for Chowdeck?
I'm not the CEO now.
No, I mean, but you have products. You're leading the products. Like, I mean, yeah.
So from a product perspective, right, it's just being able to offer. So I'm going to use, like, a fluttery word. It's just being able to offer, like, endless possibilities.
Oh my God.
I had to do that now to businesses, right? And customers as well, right? In the entire, like, supply chain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a world where you're trying to send something from Lagos to Kaduna and Chowdeck does it for you. Maybe. Right? Like, it's not happening now, but I'm just, like, when I mean endless possibilities, it could be that as well. Right? But, like, yeah, from a product level, it's just continuing to have, like, an incredible, product, right? With like amazing levels of taste. So global standard, which means that, like, if you take this product and you put it in the UK, Is it going to work? Is it going to be accepted? Is it going to look out of place?
Right.
Right. Just making sure the answer to that is yes.
Okay. That's a great vision.
Yeah.
I want to ask what's your process like when you think about like designing? Do you pump yourself up? Like me, if I want to do something, I'm like, put on some scores, I put on some Hans Zimmer.
I mean, it depends, because the process is not exactly defined, to be honest, right? But I think when you are trying not to sound weird, but when you're like coming up, I guess try to put in like some structure to it.
Okay.
But like as time goes, just loosen up and just let it flow a lot more naturally. So for me, the design process can just start from like I'm just thinking. Like I've not written anything down.
Yeah.
I've not jumped into design in itself, but I'm just thinking about like how can this work? What does this solve for? Does it even make sense?
Right.
To do this in the first place, right? And then just writing it down, because like writing your ideas down, bring it to reality of some sort. You can know if what you're thinking about is stupid. Like when you're imagining things, now imagination go on wound you, right? You're like, this thing makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you write it down and then you read it to yourself, you're like, what is this? Right? So like writing it down and then getting in as many like eyes as possible to just, look at what I'm thinking about. Like the actual visual design is kind of like the last thing. It's also the fastest part of the process, really.
Really?
Yeah.
The visualizing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. That's the fastest part of this. It's like, oh, okay, I know what we want to do now, so let's just bring it to life and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a creative?
Yes, no.
By like, I don't know, there's a word that they attach to creative. I mean, you said you're not a designer, so I'm like, okay.
When I said I wasn't a designer, I think I just meant I don't need to actually design to build stuff. Like I'd like to be seen more as a builder. Like I just like building stuff, right? And it doesn't have to be something I design. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I started a company, right? It could be anything. Like I can wake up tomorrow now and start a restaurant. Does that mean I designed the restaurant? Not necessarily. So like I just like building stuff, and I'm happy to participate in any capacity that I can. So I don't need to be the one actually designing it. So
okay.
I hope that kind of clarifies.
You just didn't want to be boxed in a particular.
No, saying boxed in now is making me sound like a musician. When Burna Boy will come and say, I'm not doing Afro beats.
I'm not doing Afro beats.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not that deep. That was like why. Yeah, but that was the context. For that, I am not a designer.
Happy to get that cleared up here.
Yeah, because I've lived many life. I've like written code, designed, led products, started a company. So like,
do you still draw?
It feels weird to then like, tell a designer. It's like, okay, so are you ignoring the fact that I started a company?
That's what I'm saying. Like you didn't want to be boxed in. You're more than just the designer.
That word boxing is making me feel like an artist. Like,
is it not part of designing or the other stuff?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's. Do you see yourself as a creative? Like,
yes, now, like it's like if you are doing music, art, design,
right?
I think if you are just bringing anything to life, really, you are a creative.
Okay.
Bricklayers are creatives. I don't know why they don't call themselves like
bricklayers.
You are bringing something to life out of absolutely nothing. Like there's a house here that wasn't there before. Somebody brought it to life.
Right.
It was created, right? Yeah.
Okay. Do you have like people who inspired you in terms of design? Maybe local, or maybe are you like, you consider yourself like a deep person? Like you study?
No.
All these.
Yes, I study. I do. But it's again, I don't think that's deep. I think it's what everybody should probably do. But like growing up, or just like through the years, I was very obsessed with just Apple's design work in total. Airbnb as well, right? Like amazing software designers as well, or experienced designers. as well. And I was also inspired by like the people that I was working with,
Right.
as well. Yeah.
Early stage, or just like
Early stage, it was Apple. To be fair, I think early stage was Apple. Apple was always like the beacon, the peak of design, for me. Back then. So yeah, I would say Apple. Yeah.
okay. That's cool. Apple makes good stuff. I think almost a lot of people have Apple products these days. Well, your expression is not capturing that you're still with Apple.
Nowadays, they're a bit funny, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the future, man. Let's talk about the future.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give, younger product thinkers, trying to build with more depth? Let me start you off. Don't create beautiful nonsense. That means be responsible with your design.
Yeah, be curious. But I think for young designers, it's all about like exposure. Just expose yourself to as many experiences as possible. It doesn't mean like travel if you can't, right? It could mean watch documentaries, right? Just listen to other designers just talk and express their work. Just expose yourself to like a lot of content, right? Like get a Pinterest account. You don't need to have a purpose. Just be scrolling and just be taking in stuff, right? Instagram. Yeah, just expose yourself. It's just how the brain works. You don't know what's possible unless somehow your brain has seen it somewhere, right? And then it just opens up like your mind to like what is actually possible. So I would honestly say that exposure is super important. Just expose yourself to like a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it?
Honestly, yes.
That's what you need.
Every other thing, I think they already know. You have to practice, and all of that. Yeah.
Okay. Practice makes perfect. So, another advice for product designers now and PMs. Maybe they're trying to launch a product. They've seen something that they've seen a challenge, opportunity, trying to launch in a market as crazy as Nigeria. Right. What advice would you give them coming out the gates?
So, like, are they trying to start a company or just launch a product?
Product, and then let's do both. Product and then company.
I mean, before you decide to even build anything, you need to have like conviction about something. Does that make sense?
Right.
Right. So if you are trying to start a payments company in 2025, where the likes of Flutterwave already exist, you must be convinced of one particular thing that like makes what you are doing stand out.
Competitive advantage, is that what they call it? Or comparative?
It might not even, yes, comparative, so maybe not competitive. Just something. It could be something you just personally believe in and you are probably the only one that sees it.
Okay.
Right? It is fine. But if you don't think that like this thing is going to change something, I don't even think you should bother. Like, because you will need that faith and that conviction to keep pushing it through. Whether that's starting your company or launching a product within a company, right? It's that, which means like you've spoken to a couple of customers, right? Or potential users, right? And like you've heard something that you think, they are saying or not saying, but you feel like what you're pushing out will basically solve a particular problem, then you should go for it. If not, don't go for it. You don't need to always launch a product. But yeah, it's just conviction. You have to be convinced.
Convinced? Okay.
Yes. That like what you are putting out does make sense, even if you are the only one. Yes.
Sounds like a Kanye thing. Do you like
or
Kanye?
Anybody? Yeah, that was the former goat. But
what?
Nowadays it's very hard now. It's hard to separate the artists.
Artists from the arts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs that though as well.
To separate?
No, I mean
not separate.
No, I mean the.
Oh, okay. We're back to serious stuff. Got it.
No, we're always there. I'm saying that you need to have that drive and be.
Yes.
Something that makes you different with what you're building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's anything. It could be video. It's like, oh, everybody's doing a podcast. Why are we convinced that like this one is going to like actually like target who we want it to target, and they'll find it useful? Even if you're the only one that believes it, then you should do it.
Should just keep pushing, basically.
Yeah. And also know when to stop, by the way, so that you're not.
The other half is knowing when to stop.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's about it.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ted, for gracing us with your presence.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, let me get the dap up.
Thanks for having me.
I started that with Fuad last episode, so now.
How was it? How was the episode with Fuad?
It was good.
That's my guy.
If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell somebody you hate. I don't know. Tell everybody. Tell your mom, your dad, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Wave Podcast. Peace.